Hi, I'm Decoda Roberts of Living Now for Later, where we empower women to be, do, and achieve a life of abundance. Earlier, we were discussing change and the little things that we can do to make sure that we're changing to improve our lives, because we must be real, not all change is good change, right? So how is it that we're going to do what it is that we need to do to ensure that the change that we are making in our lives become an improvement? We also spoke about how it is that we're going to transform our being, your being, by including changing different things, little things about your life. So one of the things that I wanted us to talk about is our listening skills. Most of the times as people, not just as women, but especially as women, let's just be real here. The moment someone starts talking to us, especially if it's a close friend or spouse, partner, or children, we're already ready to go with the response. And that can be real problematic. Here's why that's the case. Half of the times we're putting ourselves in a position to be mind readers, and we are not that. I'm sure you absolutely despise someone interrupting you when you're speaking just because they're trying to give you a response to what it is that they think you're saying. Well, sis, the truth is, it goes both ways. We have to really do a better job at improving our listening skills. So here's some quick tips that you can do that I'm currently working on doing to improve my listening skills. The first thing that I'm trying to do is to make sure that I stop what I'm doing and actually start to put myself in a position to listen. Because if you're like me, you think you're pretty good at multitasking and you might have some really good results. However, multitasking takes away from your ability to actually actively listen. Listen to hear so that you can respond as opposed to reacting. After you stop what you're doing and prepare yourself to actually listen, you want to actively listen. I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but I actually am not. Because preparing yourself to actively listen and actively listening are two different things. When we're in the mind frame of actively listening, I know in our personal relationships, it might seem weird for you to grab a pen and paper and actually start jotting things down as you hear them so as to not interrupt the speaker, which could be your boyfriend, your husband, your child, your friend, or someone at work, even a stranger. Once someone has asked for your attention, for them to present to you whatever it is that they want to talk about, it's up to you to decide if you're going to give them that time of day. Then you need to spend the time to actively listen to them. So taking a few notes here or there, or just jotting down a word so that you remember to bring that up is actually a very, very good skill to practice so that you become a better listener. Smile if you don't want to interrupt. Nod your head if you want to show that you're actively listening. You can even, when it's the time, ask questions just to make sure that you're understanding exactly what they meant when they said whatever it is that they did say. Remember, showing empathy for your person is really important. It's important because it says, I understand where you're coming from. I hear you. It doesn't necessarily mean that I agree with you. It just means I hear you. I understand the point that you just made to me. And now, after doing all of that, be patient and wait until all the information is disclosed before you start to formulate a response. Once you do all of those things, you will see how much easier communicating with people around you will be. And people then will start to respond to you in the way where you're responding to them. That way you're showing change, you're showing time management, you're showing control. And that's what this is all about. Us taking control and actually empowering ourselves to be better, to do more so we can achieve more. What are your listening skills like?